of someone who lost everything and had to become something totally new to live. And this is where it all kicks off. I mean, imagine you're Captain Artemis. You're a highly trained soldier, you're on a mission, you know the drill. And then, out of nowhere, some catastrophic event just pulls the rug out from under you. Just like that, the mission is over. It's not just a failure, it's a complete and total reset.
And this is the question she has to answer, right? She is stranded in this bizarre, hostile place. Her squad, her people, her only link back home, they're gone, wiped out. So when everything that defines you is just stripped away, what's left? Who are you then?
Well, her first answer comes in the form of this absolute nightmare. When she wakes up, she's not just lost, she's on the menu. The Nerscylla are her, let's call it a brutal welcome party to this new reality. It's a terrifying way to find out you are no longer at the top of the food chain, not even close. But see, Artemis is a soldier. She's trained for this. She observes, she analyzes, she acts. She figures out pretty quick that these things have a weakness to fire, and she uses that military brain of hers not just to escape, but to actually fight back. This is her first real step, that transformation from soldier to survivor.
But you've got to be asking, right? How in the world does a US Army Ranger end up in a giant spider's nest in another dimension? Yeah, to really get her fight for survival, we have to rewind a bit and see the crazy chain of events that literally tore her out of our reality.
And it all went down so fast, it's terrifying. 1 minute, it's a routine search mission. The next, this bizarre electrical sandstorm just swallows them whole. It's some kind of portal that just rips them out of our world and spits them out here. Before they can even figure out where they are, the Nerscylla attack. And just like that, her entire world is gone. So after she barely escapes that nest with her life, Artemis makes a huge discovery. She's not the only human here. But, in a world this brutal, finding another person doesn't automatically mean you found a friend. It just means you found another survivor, and they have their own rules. And this sets up a fundamental clash. I mean, they couldn't be more different. Artemis is a product of our world, strategy, tech, teamwork. The hunter, he's a product of this world, pure instinct, raw skill. They are total opposites, two very different sides of the exact same survival coin. So, how did these two go from trying to kill each other to actually working together? Well, it's a slow burn. It starts with a nasty fight, but then it turns into just watching each other. They see the skill. They realize that alone, they're probably toast. But together, they might actually have a shot. And the crazy part? They build this entire alliance without a single shared word. Of course, their brand new alliance gets put to the ultimate test immediately. To find any kind of safety or answers, they have to cross this huge, deadly desert. And, well, this desert, it has a king. The thing is, the true ruler here isn't something you can see stalking the dunes. It's something you never see coming. It's a threat that owns the very ground they're walking on, which turns every single step into a life-or-death gamble. Yep, the danger is literally moving right under their feet. It's this relentless, unseen predator that has turned the entire desert into one giant, deadly trap. This monster is called the Diablos. The best way to think about it is like a great white shark that's the size of a building, but it swims through sand. It's just pure power and aggression. And for the hunter, this is personal. This is the same beast that wiped out his crew. So this is where we see their crazy dynamic just click. The hunter knows the monster's patterns, its primal nature. Artemis brings the military strategy. She's using explosives for distractions, setting up flanking routes, exploiting weaknesses. It is a perfect mashup of ancient knowledge and modern tactics. After this epic fight, they actually beat the Diablos and they finally reach this mysterious tower. But getting there? That's not the end, not even close. It's actually the beginning of a much bigger, much more terrifying revelation. Her personal fight for survival, it's about to become a war for all of us. Inside that tower, they meet this guy called the Admiral, and he drops an absolute bombshell on them. It's not just one world, there are two. And this tower is the gateway between them, a gateway that monsters can, and do, use to cross over. This changes everything. The tower isn't a safe haven, it's a bridge, a really, really dangerous bridge. And as long as it's standing, the wall between our world and this monster-filled realm is paper thin, so the threat isn't just their problem anymore, it's coming for us. And as if on cue, a new, even worse threat shows up to prove the Admiral's point,
the Rathalos. We're talking a massive, fire-breathing dragon that attacks the tower, forces a portal open, and shows them just how bad things can get.
In all the chaos, Artemis gets blasted back through the portal to Earth. She's finally home. But the Rathalos followed her. Now her home is the battlefield, and this is her ultimate test. She has a choice to make.
And this right here, this is where the whole point of the story becomes crystal clear. On Earth, our most advanced military tech, it's completely useless. Missiles literally bounce off this thing. The old way of fighting just doesn't work. They only start winning when they combine modern tactics with that primal knowledge from the monster world. Our tech alone isn't enough. You need a new way of thinking, a hunter's way of thinking, to win.
After they take down the Rathalos on Earth, Artemis has her chance. She could stay. She could go back to her old life, but she doesn't. She chooses to go back through that portal. Something in her has changed. She's not just Captain Artemis, a soldier following orders anymore. She's a hunter.
And that's really the question we're left with, isn't it? She went through the unimaginable, she actually made it home, and then she willingly chose to go back into that nightmare. Why? Was it duty? Did she find a new purpose? Or did she realize the only way to truly protect her world was to take the fight to theirs? What do you think?